Howdy, and welcome back to Draw with Lizzie. Today I will be showing through this short project book. I say short project book, the book's okay in length, it's just I only spent 9 days on the project, which you may remember because I showed you in the last video. Yeah, and it was a brief idea about storytelling. So most of this book is research and stuff, there's very little art in it, so I'm just going to have a quick skim through just to show you the kind of stuff I do with my summer projects. Gates. Mind mapping ideas. Introductory, more mind mapping. Contextual information about the Brothers Grimm compared to Disney. I've put in all my Harvard referencing, which is something I'm going to have to get used to because you need to use it all the time at university in every single subject. Stuff about traditional epics, again with the referencing, stuff about books for children and the way education affects children through literature, different TED Talks I listened to and made notes on, different ways I get stories, like here is showing music and video games as one of the ways. My printer wasn't around at the time, so when I was looking at Gerard Way's work I decided to do artist copies instead, which is not appropriate in terms of responding to an artist, not at this level, but I needed the pictures. Catherine Rayner is an artist I considered who creates these lovely little things right here. She writes storybooks. She's also the artist in residence at Edinburgh Zoo, which was like her dream because she spends all her time there drawing pictures of all the animals and stuff for her stories. I referenced everything, always make sure everything is referenced. Then I started doing some quick doodles and more realistic drawings, which is something that I end up getting out the habit of doing over time, because you start off with observational drawing and do things realistically, and then it develops into a style and I kind of forget about it. And you really shouldn't, because going back to the basics of observational drawing is incredibly useful in developing your style and technique. Dora, the dog. Information about tragedy with references. Different more colourful ways of mind mapping and coming up with concepts of what tragedy is. Different drawings of potential character uses and potential styling, which I actually moved away from. Looking at Lauren Child's work with Charlie and Lola. You may have known the books or the TV series that was on CBeebies and BBC. Again with the references, always referencing. And this is when my work comes in. Some of this you may have seen before if you looked at the last video. And I used these and began to edit different items of work, concepts for a children's book. Different notes. Sorry, I'm having trouble turning the pages today for some reason. Taking and analysing everything. Evaluating work. Artist research again for Ben Talon. Who's an artist I looked into during foundation. More mind mapping, more research, developing the story. I don't know why I'm having such trouble turning these pages. So you got my finger on the shot again. So professional. evaluating, and this is the final product of the research. What happened to Sally? This is all meant to be from the perspective of like a 3-year-old, either a boy or girl. I hadn't decided. So yeah, that was my concept and research for my 9-day summer project book. Yeah. Bye!